Hi everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. Today I'm super excited to give you an update on a major improvement to my home studio. I've been working on setting up a proper grading suite at my home, and in this video I'll walk you through the key pieces of gear that I added recently and why I chose them. So the main reason for this upgrade is pretty simple. I wanted to start taking freelance gigs alongside my part-time job as a colorist. The most effective way to do this is by building a professional setup at home. At least for now. Later I might consider renting a studio, but for now starting at home just makes sense. Plus, with some great remote viewing options available today, it's easier than ever to collaborate with clients online while keeping costs low. So my goal with this setup was to keep costs down without sacrificing quality where it truly matters. So let me show you how I managed to do just that. First up is the monitor. I managed to get my hands on a second-hand Eizo monitor, which was actually released in 2016. But despite being slightly older, it shares the same panel and performance as Eizo's more recent offerings. So the only real difference is the design, which honestly gives a bit of a retro vibe that I quite like. And the best part is that it only costed me about 350 euros. Instead of the usual 1500. And of course it's not as advanced as the Flanders scientific monitors that I'm used to working with at the studio, but it's calibrated and it's perfectly sufficient for my needs. All I require is a monitor that shows accurate colors and connects to a reliable signal chain. Which brings me to my next point. To ensure I'm getting a proper video signal to my monitor, I picked up this thing, the Blackmagic Mini Monitor. This little device is crucial because it sends a clean video signal directly to the monitor, bypassing my max color pipeline. So this is the only way to make sure that the image you're seeing on the screen is not affected by macOS or any other operating system processes. It's an affordable and straightforward solution for anyone serious about color grading. And all you need to do is just connect it to your computer and then hook up your monitor via SDI or HDMI. In DaVinci Resolve you can select a mini monitor as your output device. Easy and effective. The Tangent color panel. Next up is a tool I've been debating about for a while, which is the Tangent element panel. I've always been a fan of the Blackmagic Mini panel, which I use at work. It feels sturdy and has a nice build, but I realized I wasn't using all the extra buttons that it offers. So I started looking for something more customized to my workflow. At first I considered getting a second-hand Blackmagic Micro panel. It's smaller, has fewer buttons and keeps the excellent trackballs. But to add more custom functionality, I've needed to purchase an extra USB mapping panel, which would have pushed the total cost close to that of the mini panel anyway. And then I came across the Tangent element panel on the second-hand market. And it felt like the perfect middle ground. The trackballs and wheels are solid and I can custom map the buttons to my workflow. For instance, I've mapped a button to jump to a specific node whenever I make an adjustment. Let's say I'm tweaking exposure and instead of manually selecting the exposure node, the panel automatically directs adjustments to that node. It's a small change, but it saves so much time and keeps my workflow organized, which is something that I'm very passionate about, customization plans. So one thing about the Tangent panel is that I can swap out the tracker balls and wheels for custom options from Angry Face. They offer black tracker balls and wheels that are more durable and honestly, way better looking. And I'm also considering their refurbishment service, which removes the sticky plastic layer on the panel and it replaces it with a matte finish. The original rubber finish attracts dust like crazy and it's nearly impossible to clean. But for now, my focus is on getting most out of the panel as is. And once I've earned a bit more through freelance work, I'll treat myself to those upgrades. Final thoughts. Overall, I'm really happy with how my grading suite is coming together. The Eizo monitor, the Blackmagic Mini Monitor, the Tangent element panel are all working beautifully together. And I feel like I've struck a good balance between costs and functionality. I'll be sure to keep you updated on how the Tangent panel performs over time and whether it truly replaces the Blackmagic panels. If you're considering setting up your own home grading suite, I hope this video gave you some inspiration and ideas. See you in the next video, don't forget to subscribe and like the video.